The latest on that, we want to bring in meteorologist Efren Afonte. Y'all been working so hard in the Weather Center just tracking the storm.
Yeah, and we're not taking this lightly because not only myself, but meteorologist Daniel Bonds is here as well as we continue to track Hurricane Michael. Here's the latest. It is a major Category 4 hurricane. The winds right now are at 150 miles an hour, gusting to 175. Moving to the north-northeast at 14 miles an hour, and all indications is that Hurricane Matthew is going to be making landfall within the next hour to 2 hours, and it is going to be a very strong hurricane. All indications is that it will stay as a Category 4 hurricane with the winds at about 145 miles an hour, and even after landfall, even with all the rainfall that's moving through right now, it's still anticipated that after it makes landfall, it's going to go through Georgia in southwest Georgia by later on tonight as a Category 2 hurricane, potentially with 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And that's why they continued now a hurricane warning into portions of southwest, south central, and central portions of Georgia. And as it continues to move through, we're going to be watching it very carefully because the track does take it now a little bit further towards the northwest. And because of that, we are looking at the potential for tropical storm winds starting overnight tonight through tomorrow evening of at least 45 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. Now, as of right now, we have now a tropical storm warning for just about the entire state of South Carolina. It does not include parts of the upstate. So tropical storm warning means that there's the likelihood that we're going to see 39 plus mile an hour wind gusts. A flash flood watch continues for not only the Midlands, but most of the Palmetto State, at least until Thursday night. Now, here's the timing of what we're going to be expecting. As we go into late tonight, overnight tonight, we may deal with 39 mile an hour wind gusts, moderate rainfall, but we're not expecting flash flooding as of yet, and there's only a slight chance for any isolated tornadoes, although we do have a slight risk for today in the southern half of South Carolina that includes the southern Midlands. Tomorrow, that's a different ball of wax because we go from a minor risk for tornadoes today to a possibility of a tornado risk on the eastern side of the track. Flash flooding is a possibility tomorrow because with the rainfall rates at 1.5 inches per hour and the rain being heavy at times, we can see flash flooding pretty much anywhere in South Carolina, and very likely 39 mile an hour wind gusts, not only in the Midlands, but for most of South Carolina. And the severe weather threat, although it is along and east of I-20, I do suspect that that'll be pushed a little bit further west, in which will probably be under a slight risk for most of the Midlands and certainly all of the Grand Strand, PD, and Low Country. And Whitney, it's very important to understand that the reason why we're tracking this very carefully is that we're going to be looking at these possibilities, power outages, flash flooding. The power outages, I do suspect at this point that it is going to be widespread. Many of us are going to see lights flickering on and off tomorrow, but there's going to be several of us that are going to have power that's going to be possibly out for a few hours.
Yeah, and so it's good to know what we need to be on the lookout for.